This video provides a reminder of best practices for equity-minded and inclusive faculty recruitment, as well as a brief review of the policies that have been implemented to support those practices. I'm Jennifer Park, Campus Director for Inclusive Recruitment. While the Office of Faculty Advancement is responsible for the faculty hiring process overall, faculty and staff diversity is charged with ensuring that these diversity-related initiatives embedded in the faculty hiring process are implemented smoothly, and that search committees have the support and resources they need in order to conduct equitable and inclusive searches. Because all search committee members receive an in-depth course on understanding implicit bias, the strategies listed here should be familiar to you, and we will talk about these again at the end of this video. In addition to the implicit bias training, there are a number of other policies and programs required either by Senate policy or college diversity plans. These policies are not new and are continuing this year. However, if you have not participated in a search in the last few years, or if you are chairing a search, regardless of when you last served as a committee member, it is even more important that you follow the guidance in the current faculty hiring handbook carefully. One of the biggest reasons that searches get delayed is because committees do not follow the instructions in the current version of the handbook. When in doubt about any part of the hiring process, consult the faculty hiring handbook. Regarding faculty search committee training, there are two components. The first is a full-length training that must be completed every 3 years. You have a couple of options for ways to satisfy that, and we have a graphic that walks you through which one you should do at which time. The second component is a short review that must be done each year that you participate in a search. That is this video. So by viewing this video, that means you're completing this component of your search committee training. Once you complete this video, your completion will be recorded in CSU Learn, so you can access your confirmation of completion there. You'll need to provide your confirmation of completion for both search committee training items, so that can be included with the recruitment materials. The Office of Faculty and Staff Diversity will be including this as part of the compliance check. You'll need to provide your confirmation of completion for both the longer bias training and this video module to your search committee chair, so that can be included with the search plan materials before a search is approved to post. Job ads will not be posted until all members of the search committee have completed their training, so it is important that you get that training completed as soon as possible. Next is the Building on Inclusive Excellence program, which is still in effect and continues to be a requirement for tenure track hiring. In order to be hired in a tenure or tenure track faculty position, faculty must meet at least 2 of the 8 Building on Inclusive Excellence criteria. These criteria require that all faculty hires show some commitment to teaching, research, or service with underrepresented populations. It is important to emphasize that these criteria are not about the identity of candidates. Anyone of any background should be able to meet these criteria. The important thing is that we want to make sure that we are hiring faculty who can effectively serve our students and the mission of our institution. This year, specific language about the BIE criteria in the job advertisement and the application materials are embedded in the faculty recruitment template on PageUp and the faculty hiring handbook. This is crucial to communicating the BIE criteria and successfully collecting the BIE evidence from candidates. I want to emphasize that once the department has decided on their finalists, meaning those that they want to bring for a campus visit, those candidates are evaluated by the BIE Review Committee. Finalists must be approved by the BIE reviewers before being invited to campus. If this step is missed, it can cause a serious delay in the subsequent stages of the search, especially when you get to the offer stage. So please do not bring people to campus if you have not received BIE approval. BIE reviews generally take fewer than 3 days, and the clearer it is that your candidates meet the criteria, the faster those reviews can be completed. The Office of Faculty and Staff Diversity has put together a resource page that can be shared with candidates to help them craft their materials. It includes examples of the kind of experiences that might be used to show evidence that they meet the criteria. In order to support committees with recruiting and identifying candidates who will meet the BIE criteria, every search committee must include an inclusion representative. In most cases, departments will be able to select an inclusion representative from existing members of the committee, similar to the role of the committee chair. In some cases, the IR can be appointed from outside the hiring department, in which case they will be non-voting members. Either way, the task of the IR is really to be a resource for the rest of the committee. IRs will receive additional training and will be able to help the search committee adopt equity-minded and inclusive hiring practices. As mentioned earlier, all committee members must complete all the training before the job ad will be posted, and that includes the inclusion representatives training. The inclusion representative orientation or update sessions are synchronous and scheduled regularly between May and October. So if you are or plan to be an inclusion representative, please complete that training as soon as possible. PageUp is the system of record for faculty recruitment at SDSU. PageUp is also part of the CSU Common Systems Suite, and all the CSU campuses use PageUp for recruitment. Starting last year, all tenure and tenure track faculty hiring has been conducted on PageUp. The Faculty Hiring Handbook has a number of manuals, instructions, and tutorials embedded in the workflow for just-in-time support during the search. And Faculty Advancement has weekly in-person support sessions for additional PageUp user support. In conclusion, although these equity-minded processes and committee roles are in place to help ensure equitable and inclusive searches, it should be emphasized that it is still the responsibility of every member of the committee to understand how bias can manifest in the process and to focus on practices that will mitigate that bias. The committee as a whole should work collectively to do broad outreach, to attract diverse pools of applicants, to treat candidates equitably throughout the search process, and to be particularly alert when discussions stray away from stated criteria or drift towards subjective and inconsistent standards. The Office of Faculty and Staff Diversity has compiled a number of online resources to help search committees understand and implement these best practices. Once you have finished viewing this video, you will receive an email with a PDF of this presentation with all of these embedded links. If it has been a while since you've done the implicit bias training, I urge you to review these materials. As the Campus Director of Inclusive Recruitment, I lead our diversity-related recruitment initiatives. I'm also the Director of the Southern California Higher Education Recruitment Consortium, for which SDSU is the lead institution. Our institutional membership with HERC gives access to a wealth of resources to support equitable and inclusive recruitment. The website is listed here, and there's instructions for how to claim your individual account and access those resources. I work closely with the inclusion representatives, and I'm available to consult with any search committee. When in doubt about any part of the hiring process, consult the Faculty Hiring Handbook. And if you have any questions about the diversity-related policies or search committee training and support, feel free to email Faculty and Staff Diversity. Thank you, and good luck with your recruitment.